Whew. Hello everybody. It's after some Pokken Tournament, I decided to switch over to the main series for a bit. So I figure a good way to start would be to be going back to my video game roots. Back when I was just a little kid, me and my sister had access to one Game Boy Color. It was purple and it had one game, and that game was Pokemon Blue. Like, me and my sister would always take turns, like, just switching back and forth, like, between who gets to play the game, and oftentimes we would just constantly restart the game over and over again. In hindsight, that's probably the only thing I could have done to keep the game from getting stale. Back then, I couldn't really read, so yeah. My inability to read made the game relatively interesting. I pretty much just had to memorize or on what was going on by just, well, not really reading what anybody was saying and instead just going through the game. Like, for instance, I had no clue what this guy was saying. My sister always had to read it to me. And that's assuming she would do it in the first place. I remember the first time that I played on a file that wasn't deleted and started from the beginning after my sister finished playing. She let me onto her file, and I decided to add 20 different Pokemon to my team. I'm sure you can imagine how that went out, but basically what I did, without really thinking about it or realizing it, was I was releasing every Pokemon in the box, and I thought I was adding it to my team. It's really cringeworthy looking back on it, though. And after that, I remember like wasting a Master Ball on. Well, I think the first thing was a Golduck in Seafoam Islands. Like, all I saw was the word ball, so I used that, and yeah. Hang on, what should I name this guy? You know what? I'm gonna name you Square. That's right, I remember now. His name is Square. That's a real great naming scheme there, Oak. Your very own legend is about to unfold. I suppose, because I'm going back in time. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Yeah. Now, the Virtual Console, you have the option of holding the L and R buttons and pressing Y to switch between the color palettes. It's kind of eye-searing, but this is what it looked like back then on the old Game Boy Brick. That whole 4-battery thing. It's really painful on the eyes. Wait, I have a... Okay, so nothing there. There was a glitch in Pokemon Green where it would let you use your potion anyways. They kind of fixed that. I've always had to wonder though, what's this TV plugged into? It's just sitting in the center of the room. Mochi was playing the SNES. Okay, it's time to go. Yeah, this is apparently back where everything is battery operated. Battery operated Super Nintendo, battery operated TV, a bed, a PC that looks like it doesn't belong in an actual person's room. I see like that small little thing up there is the monitor, there's the keyboard, and then there's the rest of this machine, or like this gigantic bulky machine, or like beneath the monitor. Things must have really been different back then. I wouldn't really know, I'm all that young. This TV doesn't look like it's plugged into anything either, but at least it's against a wall. Hello Mom, what do you have to say? All boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. I wouldn't rely on TV to tell me how to raise anybody. Next door, he's looking for me. Alright. Hey, what's in these bookshelves? Crammed full of Pokemon books. Crammed full of Pokemon books. There's, this place is kind of dead, and now that I have a closer look, that sprite isn't even properly connected. It's like this pot, a flower to the right, and then something that looks like there should be like a tile above it. But that's 8-bit graphics for you. Yes, I totally need to sign for... Wait, did that... Yeah, people completely vanished from the screen when there's a text box open for some reason. Who are you? I'm raising Pokemon too. When they get strong, they can protect me. She's doing an awfully good job just raising them, walking one step. Maybe she left them in a daycare where they're getting experience every step. Because if that's the case, she might want to move a little bit faster. Pallet Town, shades of your journey await. 2 houses and a lab. How's that a town? What do you have to say? Technology is incredible. You can now store and recall items and Pokemon as data via PC. You know, there would be a whole lot less... If people could do this in real life, we wouldn't need dumps. We could just create a PC, store it there, and be done with it. Okay, I think I've seen all I need to see. Let's go inside one of these houses. What do you have to say? Or what's in here? I study Pokemon as Prof Oak's aide. I study okay, you don't even have a different script. Prof Oak is the authority on Pokemon. Many Pokemon trainers hold him in high regard. I'm sure they do. I'm going to assume that all these are crammed full of Pokemon books that I won't bother to read. Hello there. Square. Yo, Mochi. Gramps isn't around. The save option is on the menu screen. Okay. Push start to open the menu. Oh my god. It's like an instruction manual. Yeah, I'd rather stick to X. The start button on the 3 is kind of bad. What do we have here? There's an email message here. Calling all Pokemon trainers. The elite trainers of Pokemon League are ready to take on all comers. Bring your best Pokemon and see how you rate as a trainer. Pokemon League HQ Indigo Plateau. P.S. Professor or Prof Oak, please visit us. This is apparently the time where where there's no reason not to read people's emails. Seems kind of bad. You know, look, I know these are supposed to be the Pokédexes, but it's an encyclopedia, but the pages are blank. It honestly I always thought it looked like a book, but on closer inspection you can see like a screen and 2 buttons. And, well, it still looks like a book to me. Another book that's probably one of those. It's probably a numerous book. I can't talk. It's probably just another one of those Pokemon books that got crammed on their shelf, never see the light of day. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6. I'm not even sure if those lines count as books. So, you know, 4 or 8, 16. All right, 32 books there. 64. He's got 98 of those. If these are all the same thing. I don't know. You know, I feel I've accomplished a lot in my life. I just explored an entire town in 5 minutes. Hi, Mochi. Square is out at Grandpa's lab. Grandpa is capital G. They must have really reused a lot of scripts. It's a big map. This is useful. A town map. I don't think I've ever really used this when I played the game. It's kind of not that helpful since you can't really scroll anywhere. Although, for those who can actually read at the time of when this game first came out, I imagine it's useful to be able to tell when a C route is... Did these things always say C route? I thought it would have just been Route 21... Is there a Route 21 and a C Route 21? Maybe I'm overthinking this. Is this a window? Yes, it is. Well, there's nothing left to do, so let's... You know, I've heard that bad things happen to trainers who step in the grass without a Pokemon. But I have the Pokemon option right here, so does that count? Sure it does. Let's go. Where did you come from, Oki? We're not standing there a second ago. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You know, that grass doesn't look very tall, but once you step in, you get covered by something. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. You know, this probably would have been, or could have been gone. Ugh. We could have done this a lot faster if you were just in your lab this whole. Wait a minute, where were you in the first place? I mean, even Square has the right idea. Oh, that's right. Oak, your memory is... You might want to see a doctor because you might be suffering from Alzheimer's. Whatever happened to the rest of his Pokemon? Did they, like, all die, or did he just release them? Or is he just holding out on us and just keeping them secret? I'm voting on the latter. I just realized something. Is like, he's giving us the option to choose first. Over the grandson who was waiting here, possibly for hours. Oh, gee, thanks. Okay then. I'm not greedy, I'm lazy. I'll just take the one that's right next to me so I don't have to walk anywhere. This Pokemon's really energetic. What should I name you? I'm going to name you... Yes, this is the perfect name. Yeah... You really thought that taking the Pokemon that was strong against me is good... What do you mean looks a lot stronger? They're both level 5. These books... Wow, just look at those books on the desk. They're shifting left and right every time I take a step. You couldn't have done this when I talked to you earlier. You had to wait until I tried to leave to battle me. Why? Yeah. During all of my Pokemon Blue runs, I would almost always choose Squirtle. So choosing Charmander is somewhat of a red herring, so to speak. Well, that's weird having like an apostrophe S after a box. Yeah, is there ever a reason to use or to not use the attacking move? Squirtle has Tail Whip, so I suppose Squirtle does have a reason to do it, because if I don't kill Squirtle in the next move or two, I'm probably going to get KO'd. Really? No, you're not. What was that? I think this game is trying to tell me something. Please don't... Oh, okay, good. That was just horrible. What do you have to say? Raise your young Pokemon by making it fight. Is that how you... So... I think in nowadays that would probably be morally questionable. It's like, you raise your kids by making them beat up other kids on the playground. Is that what you're saying? That's a great life lesson, Professor Oak. I'm glad to listen to you. Who are you? Hi, I work at a Pokemon Mart. It's a convenience shop. So please visit us in Viridian City. I'm thirsty. I have a bottle somewhere. There we go. I know, I'll give you a sample. You know, I found a shop called Tivana once and they gave me a free sample. It resparked my interest in tea, and it's, what? What was that? You just walked... You were facing right and just walked down sideways. Right, I'll just leave you be. Hello there, Pidgey. You are level 2. I don't think I'm going to bother with you. Scratch it. Do I really need 3 hits to kill a Pidgey? Oh, you know, I could have used that critical hit earlier. Like, really. Hey, you look like an identical twin to that other person. See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary, but you can jump from them. You can get back to Pallet Town quicker that way. I never would have guessed. These ledges look really weird. You know, on closer inspection, these sort of look like ropes, but these ledges are actually 4 8x8 tiles wide with a... So it's more like 16 by 32 sprite tiles, I think. Like, it looks a little weird here, but that's because it doesn't connect properly. Instead of making a longer ledge, they just made a 4 repeating. I don't know why they did this, especially considering it looks proper here, but that was their decision, and maybe it's supposed to look artistic? I don't know. You know, I've always wondered what these were. These always look like oil drums, but they're sort of like rock or wood stumps? If it weren't for these things, I would have thought they were just really thick fence poles, but seriously. Let's explore town a bit. What do you have to tell me? Those Pokeballs at your waist. Do you have Pokemon? It's great that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. I imagine that's great. Did you just... I'll have to look that in footage later. Let's break into your house. Woo, I'm trying to memorize all my notes. Looked at the notebook. First page. Pokeballs are used to catch Pokemon. Up to 6 Pokemon can be carried. Pokemon who raise and make Pokemon fight are called Pokemon trainers. Turn the page. Second page. Healthy Pokemon must be hard to catch, so weaken at first. Poison, burn, fire damage. I don't care about any of this. Who are you? Okay, which heading do I... Okay, class, it's time to learn about Pokemon status. First we have Sulp, Burn, and... Wow, that one actually sounds right. Psn, Furz, Par, and Quit. Which one do you want to read? Teacher, aren't you supposed to teach us? Which one do you want to read? Maybe I made a mistake coming here. Yeah. I remember reading somewhere that this guy, isn't actually, Hey, it just pushed me down when I talked to him. Okay, so I guess that's just another way of writing the script. Oh, Grandpa, don't be so mean. He hasn't had his coffee yet. Apparently in the Japanese version, this guy is passed out drunk and won't get up or be happy or less grumpy until he gets more liquor. Sperry. T-tweet. Coming up with nicknames is fun, but hard. Simple names are the easiest to remember. I'm not even sure if I can even pronounce my Pokemon's name. My daddy loves Pokemon too. I'm sure he does. Good for you. Spearow. Name, Speary. It was so important that you had to hang it on the wall. Yeah, but still, I like how nobody questions that you're, for all intents and purposes, just breaking into people's houses without a thought. And I was like, I'm a trainer, so I can do this. And I just realized this is supposed to be a trainer school, but it's about as big as a normal house. Let's go to Pokemon Mart. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? I like how he just automatically assumes that the first kid who walks in comes from Pallet Town. You know Prof Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? You know, I'd be a bit more concerned that a guy hands it out to the first person who lives in a town from Pallet Town, and I didn't even give him a yes or no. For all he knows, I could be just taking it for myself. This isn't the time... This isn't yours to use. Wow. That's... I'm surprised that they do this. I did not know that. Wait. Sale. The random refrigerator. No! Potions are all sold out. Really? This shop sells many antidotes. So you mean to tell me that there's various different types of poison? That's kind of scary. So, dude, how many antidotes you sell? Oh. Or you can just ignore my question and just tell me a scripted event. Okay, let's go. What do you have to say? You want to know about the 2 kinds of caterpillar Pokemon? No. You know, that's kind of mean. Like, this person goes out of his way to talk to somebody who just happens to be passing by. And he's like, "Hey, do you want to know about the Pokemon of the specific species?" No, and then you just walk away. Actually, I didn't even say anything. I just clicked on a checkbox, showed it to him, and walked away. That's kind of rude, actually. Let's talk to you. Oh, Mochi, how is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. I only fought 1 Pokemon. Well, here's my genuine generosity for actually wait, that's a Pokeball. I wouldn't have been able to use that thing anyway. Why would you need to order 1 special Pokeball? You know, Gary Oak's, or your rival's theme reminds me of like a greaser theme or whatever, like this random grease thug just walking up. Yeah, it automatically records data on Pokemon you've caught or seen or caught. It's a high-text encyclopedia. So now I have a Pokédex. I think there's a glitch associated with that somewhere, to make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't do it. So I'm gonna send 2 10-year-olds to do it for me. So, yeah, Professor Oak, how old were you when you started your journey? If you were 10, then there's no way that you would have failed to do this already. You don't need... Okay, then... if you don't need me, then I'll just let you fill the Pokédex for me. Alright. Did he just vanish into thin air?